Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Kendra checking in for the road less traveled. This is not technically like an episode. This is just more so me wanting to talk to you guys about this month's topic on love and relationships. I would be totally remiss if I went through the whole month and didn't speak about my own experiences on love and relationships and why I'm a 31-year-old virgin, why it's important to me to wait, and just to truly honor God with my body. It's kind of funny because I think when people get the image of a virgin in their mind, they think of somebody that, like, they go to the movie, what was it, the 40-year-old virgin, and they think of somebody that's maybe like weird and awkward, unattractive, lame, or whatever the world's definition of that is, and somebody that's not having sex because they can't get none. But that's never been my story. Like, my reasons for waiting has been a decision. It's a daily decision. It's a constant renewal of my mind every day. I would definitely say that it goes back to, when I was younger, I grew up in church. My parents, we went to church just about every Sunday as a family. It was something that was really important. And, waiting and not having sex before marriage was something that they told me to do, and at the same time, my mama didn't play no games. It was like, Kendra, don't you come in this house with nothing you ain't leave with. I mean, might not have said those exact words, but that's basically what she meant. Like, there is no additional bodies allowed in this house. Don't bring nothing. We are at capacity, 4-person capacity. That's it. So it was like, I wasn't trying to do nothing I had no business doing. I had the fear of God and I had the fear of my mama. And yeah, so that helped to kind of keep me on track, as being younger. And then also just the relationship that my parents have. My parents have been married for, I don't know, like 30 plus years. And just growing up and seeing what a loving, good marriage looks like. And then just the relationship that I have with my father. Like, I'm a daddy's girl. I'm a daddy's girl to the core. I'll tell y'all that. Like, I love my daddy. My daddy set the standard so high, like the bar so high. And it's caused me to have to like change my perspective on the things that I'm expecting out of a man, because he just set the bar so high. And sometimes I'll mess with him. I'm like, Daddy, I blame you for being single, because you got me feeling like somebody in a Superman cape gonna come and rescue me and just gonna sweep me off my feet. And not saying that that's not gonna happen, but I just have to change my perspective on my expectations. Definitely not on the way that I feel like they're gonna treat me and respect me as a woman, but just trying to hold somebody up to the same standard or thinking that they're gonna be just like my father. Like, that's just not gonna happen. My daddy, when I was younger, he would call me his road dog. So wherever he was going, I was hopping in the car going with him. Like, "Ooh, Daddy, where we going?" He'd take me to games, to concerts, to whatever the case is. Like, it was never like, a reason for me to have sex would have never been because I was looking for validation from a man or for love from a man. Because my father, like, there was nothing that a man could do for me that my daddy hadn't already done. Like, my daddy has told me I'm beautiful. He's told me he's proud of me. He's told me I'm smart. Just told me all the things that you need to hear as a young lady, because it really has a lot to do with your self-worth and your self-identity and how you treat men and how you look at dating as you get older. And just seeing the way that he treats my mom. So, like, while my mom was teaching me how to be a lady, my dad was teaching me how a lady should be treated. And just having all of that just really kind of, my tolerance for foolishness is like this. It's like this. Like, as my mom said, I cut them off at the knees, honey. I'm not gonna tolerate anybody's disrespect. And I really I give that I'm so thankful to God that I had, just that example in my life of what relationships should look like, and just my daddy teaching me how I should be treated. And even outside of that, like, and I probably should have said this first, but me being a virgin and waiting this long is simply by the grace of God. Because, I can sit up here and try and act all self-righteous, like, oh yeah, I'm a virgin because my daddy loved me, and I'm a virgin because I grew up in the church and it was just the right thing to do. I knew it was the right thing to do. Like, yeah, whatever, girl. But look, let me tell y'all, I have days. It is so hard sometimes. Like, I be like, Lord Jesus, why I just do this? Who just do that to the Lord? Like, clap my hand, like, Lord Jesus, please help me, Lord. Like, this is so hard. Like, why me? And especially when you see other people in relationships that are having sex and they happy, and I'm in my room curled up with a body pillow, wondering like, how long, Lord? How long we gonna play this? How long are we gonna do this? But you know, it comes down to trusting God. And you know, when I get these thoughts that are just not godly, like God always, he always reels me back in and always knocks some sense into my head. You know, and one of the things, like even like with his grace, like I've always tried to keep God first in my decision making when it comes to relationships. So one of the things I'm gonna put y'all on to, if you don't do this already, whenever I meet somebody, I always pray to God. Like I ask God to, you know, if they are not supposed to be in my life, if they don't have good intentions for me, if their heart isn't good, whatever the case is, God, remove them. Just remove them. Guard my heart and remove them before I can even have feelings for someone that's just simply not meant for me. And what that did throughout my dating life is that it didn't allow anybody, like it would be like within a 2-week period that people would just be gone. Like dudes would be gone. So it would be like I would be talking to them for a couple of days. They either do something crazy and I'd be like, oh, bye. Or either they would just disappear on their own. Like they would just disappear on their own. And I know that God has blocked so many things, so many potentially bad situations, because I've always tried to keep him first, and just listening to him in my relationships. And even in times when, you know, I didn't want to listen to him, like, but I like him, Lord. Like, why? Like, why can't I just, like, acting like a little kid, you know, just listening to God and always trying to put his desires over mine. And even at the same time, like, that's hard too. Like, sometimes I be like, God, like, sometimes I just wish I could be out here in these streets. Just give me one day, Lord, just be out in these streets, to be out in these streets. But God, he's so faithful, and he never allows me to go further than what, to just have, what is it, a reprobate mind and just do whatever I want to do. Like, God always reels me back in. Excuse me. And I can't say that enough. Like, I can't try to, you know, act like me being a virgin is something that's completely my own doing. It's something that I've always desired to do. It's simply by God's grace and God looking out for me and just keeping me. Like, God is a keeper, y'all. He will keep you. Jesus, he will keep you. And you know, so I have to give it up to God. So like I said, it's just a kind of a combination. Going back over what I said, I feel like I'm rambling now, but just a combination of growing up in church, having that relationship with God, my father, my mother, just the way that they raised me, the way that I've been treated, and the way that I kind of look at relationships and what I desire out of a man, and just God's grace, just keeping me. So I hope that you guys have gotten something from this video. You're encouraged. Just know I'm not perfect. Like, I hope that nobody looks at this and tries to say like, oh, like she thinks she's perfect. Because I'm perfect by no means, by no stretch of the imagination. Like, I'm just trying to work on becoming a better person, a better me daily, like everybody else. It's a constant renewal of the mind. Like, you know, yeah, I ain't perfect. So I hope you guys get something good out of this. Oh, and actually, I posted episode 2 for the road Let's Travel. It's on love and relationships, like I said in the beginning. So if you have not watched that, make sure you check it out. It's really good, and you'll get something from that as well. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my page, and I'll see y'all next time.